I cannot wait to show you how good GSPRO version 3 really is. I mean, it's not every day a software update over-delivers on its promise, and we don't have to deal with any of the headaches, the technical glitches, and all of those other nightmares that sometimes make our phones really frustrating. In this case, GSPRO has nailed it. And in the moments ahead, we're going to focus really on one aspect of everything under the umbrella of GSPRO version 3 as we head to the range. And it's a range experience unlike anything you've seen before. Hello friends, Bill Hobson here. Welcome inside the Michigan Golf Live Sim studio. It was in the early part of 2024 that we officially debuted this space, and our partnership with the incredible experts at The Indoor Golf Shop helped configure all of this, and they're the ones who first introduced me to GSPRO as the premier simulator software. I don't know about you, but I'm often a little bit nervous about software upgrades in general. Whether it's to the Adobe suite, whether it's to your iPhone, whether it's to your Tesla, whatever it happens to be, it seems like software upgrades are always full of bugs and glitches. And I'm thankful that in this case, as GSPRO moves forward to version 3.0, at least in my experience, it's been really, really smooth. Even better than that, the end result is stunning. It is spectacular. Some of you love GSPRO because you like to play golf courses in local matches or with your friends. Some of you love the practice settings. Some of you love to play in tournaments against other golfers. Some of you love the challenge side of things, the online matches. Whatever your favorite part of the GSPRO experience is, it just got better. For the purposes of today's video, we're going to focus on the part that blows my mind the strongest, and that is the practice portal. From the upgrade to the range, to the customizability, to the challenges that take place within the practice range. Folks, this is absolutely amazing. So let's dive into the practice side of things, and we'll walk you through some of the changes, some of the improvements that I think will forever change the way that you practice. Now, yes, you can still go out onto the golf course and select any course, any location, and master the shot. Today, though, I want to take us onto the practice range, because what has happened here, not only from the general range experience where the waterfall backdrop has changed and there's a different look to it, but the customizability of all of this is, well, it's remarkable. Let me take you for a little spin around the screen here. First of all, it's become a whole lot easier to revise the distance that you'd like to aim for to hit your ball. If you just want to go raw numbers, you now have a slider up at the top that can take you down from 22 yards all the way up for you big hitters to 429. So whatever you're planning to practice on that particular day or that particular club, you can kind of set a range. And we're going to hit this drop-down menu right here, because now what happens is we have the chance to change the target size downrange, to change the width of the range in general. See how the shadow narrows as I come down here, if you really want to give yourself a narrow target to reach for. But where it gets really fun is in this tab called Dynamic Holes. Now check this out. Here's what's happening in Dynamic Holes. We have more options than I think we've ever imagined having before. First, let's go to the green type. It's currently labeled Magnolia. One tap takes us to the postage stamp green. Another one takes us to Cypress Point or Cypress. Then we can come over to Southamp. You have all these different looks, tiny little greens surrounded by bunkers. Your proclivity, however you want to practice. Let's go back to the first one. So Magnolia will be our kind of our base for this. You can still change pin locations. So if you want to go with your Sunday pin, you're going to be kind of tucked behind that bunker. But now watch this. I don't like that angle. I'd like to practice it from a slightly different angle, perhaps. I can grab the rotator slide and literally change a very familiar looking hole. And if you don't know what this hole is, then in April, make sure you watch the Masters. Okay, so we have the opportunity to change the angle of the hole. but we're just getting started, because now we have the chance to change the kind of hole it is, from solid to island to peninsula and back again. So if your goal is to really put a focus on the accuracy of your shots, you now have a chance basically to set up not only the look of the hole however you would like it to be, but wait, we're not done yet. Let's say that that's where we want it to be. We now want this hole to be an island, but we'd rather have it be a shorter shot. Now you grab tee box distance and watch. The tee box slides closer to the green to as little as 22 yards. And maybe if you're super brave, you want to try to hit driver to an island green. For our purposes here today, let me go to $1.25. And now here's another adjustment. I like to see, my eyes like to see a little bit more of the target. I'm going to go tee box elevated a little bit so that now I can hit apply, and I could come in here, and it's a 125-yard shot. So we come in, we grab a wedge, and now Magnolia becomes an island green. And I may have put that in the water. I did. Didn't hit it very well. And this is just kind of scratching the surface of the customizability on the range. I'll hit one more shot and then we'll go look at some more. That should be dry, I think. I hope. Yeah, barely. Okay, so now we have taken Magnolia and turned it into an island green. You still have those opportunities to change the style and the type from up here, or you can drop this down, because now we have an opportunity here under random to have the software decide what configuration you'd like it to be. But check this tab out right here, because now we can move into a multiplayer situation where you've got your buddies over at the simulator. Not everybody wants to hit the same shot, or not everybody wants to sit around and watch you hit a shot, but maybe you'd like to have a little tournament. So let's say there's 3 of you here. You each want to have 3 shots. We want to measure the best or the closest to the hole. And let's do this 3 times so we can get a best out of 3 measurement. And we can eliminate the worst. We could keep them going. But once I hit here, now we have a scoreboard that drops down. And for each player, it begins to register their distance from the pin. Let's see what the measurement looks like over here on the side. That's a pretty good shot. Sit. And so on the scoreboard, player 1 at 7.5 feet. I believe now it will move right straight ahead to player number 2. Pulled that one a bit. Let's see what player gets registered for that shot. Oh, that was, okay, so player number 1 hits all 3 shots, and then you move on through. Okay, love this part, love all of this aspect of what's happening here. Now, we're going to come back down into this menu and take you over to something called the playground. What is the playground? You may remember in the first iteration of the practice range, it was pretty much just hit it straight, pick a distance. You could pick some varied distances, but the targets were pretty much all the same. Here on the playground, we now have the chance to easily change the target, the distance, the ball position, so that your aim point doesn't always have to be to the same, in this case, the green that's hidden behind this bunker. I'm going to hit this right arrow, and we're going to go over here at 126. We'll hit it again. We're going to grab 158. Now we're going to come up to 202, continue climbing up for your driver, or you big hitters for your 3-wood, and it keeps on cycling through all of the different greens that are out on this practice range, 90 yards, 71 yards, because this area here is kind of a chipping variation range, and you've got numbers all over the scale. Now, we want to change ball position. We can set things up so that you have a little bit different look off the range, and theoretically, if you're here, you're not going to hit this guy on the range because he's not really there. Again, multiplayer can come into the playground. You can set up those challenges as well. Let me show you one more aspect of customizing your practice experience back on the primary range. We come into the driving range, we're going to hit the down arrow, and now we're going to hit Randomizer, right? So the Randomizer is the one that allows you to define, to set up all of the parameters you'd like to practice. So I'm going to put the total length of the range for me at 175 because what I'd like to do is work on my 7-iron a little bit. My 7-iron, perhaps like yours, I don't know, it's got a lot of variation to it depending on conditions and how hard I want to get after it. So I'm going to set this out as about 180, 181 for a maximum. My minimum, I'll throw it out at about 155. Okay, we'll go 150. I would like the opportunity to type in these boxes, and you don't have that on all of them yet. That's unfortunate. Go to 150 to 181. That's a pretty wide range, but what I'm hoping to do here, as I set up with my 7-iron and I hit Randomizer, this software now is going to be in charge of selecting the distance that I am to hit each shot. Obviously, you can grab whatever club you want. The idea is to get proficient in hitting the clubs, the various distances. I think I left that out quite a bit to the right. And I can miss the green by about a country mile. But the beauty of this range situation, now it's calling on me to hit a shot 160 yards. Let's see if we can hit one in the right zone. That's better. I'm off by 6 yards, just missed the target outside. That was calling on 160, and it moved the target green into the 160 range. Now it's asking for 156. That's a little bit under what I would normally go with my 7-iron, so we'll try to hit a more relaxed shot. And when I do that, of course, I flail it out to the right. There's so much to practice in this game, and having the ability to have variation to your practice in your simulator space is, to me, it's game changing. I absolutely love it. Here's 164. Pulled it a bit. Distance is decent. So whether it's the full range or whether it's taking it into the specific manipulation of the green surfaces, whether you want the green to be all surrounded by grass, a peninsula, an island, to rotate it, to elevate the tee, to bring the tee back down, whatever the case, I have to tell you, I have rarely been this excited about an innovation and about a development in the world of practicing this game. But it takes away the monotony of it for me and really brings it to life. And then, of course, you take all that out onto the 900 or whatever plus courses that GSPRO offers. So they don't pay me anything to say this. I'm a subscriber just like pretty much all of you. I just wanted to sing their praises and say job well done. And if you're in the market for other golf content, both here in the sim and really all over the world as we travel with our TV show at Michigan Golf Live, I would love to have you subscribe to our channel so we can continue celebrating the greatest game on earth, both inside and outside. See you later.